House of Psychology Facts presents 10 Surprising Traits of Highly Creative Individuals. Trait 1. They embrace boredom. Believe it or not, highly creative people are not afraid of being bored. After all, most of us pull out our cell phones the moment boredom sets in. These people rather view these moments as a springboard for the imagination. When your mind isn't busy being bombarded with information, it naturally begins to make new connections. That's why some of your best ideas probably arise when you're in the shower or just before you fall asleep. Creative individuals build these boredom spaces intentionally into their day. Try this. Tomorrow, set aside 15 minutes with no phone. No TV, nothing. Just let your mind wander and see what happens. Trait 2. They're morning people and night owls. This is interesting. Highly creative people often present with irregular sleep patterns. While they may have a preferred time for making art, they realize that dragging themselves through an activity hardly guarantees the results they want. In his day, Salvador Dali was another creative giant who made micro naps work for him. The writer Maya Angelou took her fresh writing moments from the early morning. For them, not when they work, but where their creative fire peaks in the day is the key secret. And this time is something they guard jealously. Trait 3. They collect experiences, not things. Creative people are hunters of experience. They understand that creativity doesn't come from nothing. It comes through having a rich mental library to draw on. This could mean anything like the insanity of war, going to live in Africa, an alien culture within one country, or simply exploring a new area in front of your house. They are continuously replenishing their well of creativity with different perspectives. Trait 4. They break their routines. Intentionally. While many successful people preach strict routines, creative individuals know when to shake things up. They may have core habits that keep them productive and getting what they want, but on top of that, introduce novelty deliberately to spark new ideas. It might be as simple as working from a different location, using your less dominant hand for everyday tasks, or even just rearranging the layout of your workspace. These little breaks force the brain to develop new neural pathways, and that is where creativity flourishes. Trait 5. They're comfortable with contradiction. The most surprising trait of creatives, compared as it was to other people, is their ability to hold two conflicting ideas in their minds simultaneously. This cognitive flexibility, as psychologists call it, is a kind of superpower for the imagination. They can be both passionate and objective about their work. They can think on a global and microscopic scale. They are both playful and serious. This ease with contradiction lets them make unexpected connections where others fail. Trait 6. They talk to themselves, self-talk. The ability to externalize one's thinking can be a boon on the road to becoming creatively intelligent. So it's no surprise that creative individuals often make their thoughts audible. This is how Einstein was known for the strange habit. Whenever he was working on particularly complex problems, he would talk aloud to himself. If you say what you think and hear yourself saying it, then things become a little more real. Prosaic into poetic? So the next time you're alone and find yourself strutting your stuff, don't feel strange. It's what everybody else does. Trait 7. They deliberately fail. This was the most amazing answer. In life, creative people don't say no to failure, they actively aim for it. They know that hauling your sleeves is long fun and brings predictable results, but risk takers swing open very heavy doors with new ideas behind them. They may set failure targets to see how many negative responses they can elicit from different strategies, purposely take different routes that they know can never work, and so on. This builds up endurance against setbacks, which makes getting there with our most superbly complete thoughts all the less scary. Trait 8. They're deeply observant. For most people, it helps to look, which is a good start. They don't know how creative mental processes work. But creative types they see only game rules more than chance by what details will unfold at one go and hold sway later on in the process. This isn't a special attribute that they were born with. It is a skill they have developed through practice. By regularly practicing mindfulness and being in the now, creative types make their surroundings more open to information collection. This rich reserve of carefully observed detail will later become the basic material for new creative connections. Trait 9. They are social only as selected by human. While there's this idea of the solitary artistic genius. Creative people need to be around others and play the part. They may want to let others test line reject their ideas, but they shun others who might become parasites on their mental resources. In some situations, the psychologist introduced the term ambivert to describe neither fish nor fowl that is outgoing. These people need head in the sand time and aren't happy unless they're processing or creating alone for prolonged periods. They're discerning about whom they give time to and prefer non-trivial dialogue. Trait 10. Obstacles are perceived as opportunities. Finally, creative people have an outstanding capacity to transform constraints. Where others see obstacles, they see interesting challenges. Limited budget, that breeds innovation. Tight deadline, that sharpens focus. Narrow guidelines, they become creative challenges. By framing problems positively and turning dangers into opportunities, why is it such a difficult trait to attain a creative output? At last. So there you have it. 10 little-known traits of radical left brains. And the best part? Every damn one of these traits can be developed with a little hero dog. Finally, let me know which of these 10 traits, if any, you possess. If you found this helpful, please like and share this video with a friend who might need some inspiration.